Hello. So my name is Dr. Tiffany Wood from Dyneval. Dyneval is an abbreviation of dynamic evaluation because essentially we've got a really innovative technology based on physics that is able to measure the swimming speed of microorganisms, and that's a term we usually call motility in terms of the swimming behavior. Just using light intensity fluctuations that are collected when a light passes through a sample. So our first application is as a semen analyzer for the veterinary market, but this is a technology that has also been developed to apply to bacteria and algae. As you can see here, it is very easy to use. It's all automated, so it can be used either in the laboratory to advance research, but also on the farm to test fresh samples straight from a bull, or even to test semen straws prior to insemination in the dairy industry. Next slide, please. The really unique thing about our technology is it's the first that's able to look at motility, so the percentage of cells that are swimming happily over time. So we're then able to look at the response of the microorganisms to their external environment. So this is an example from a bull, and we can see that when the red samples were produced, the semen was not able to sustain motility longer than around 30 minutes. And we believe that this is an underlying reason for poor conception rates. So vets have been conducting research and have shown that there's an 8% increase in conception rate for samples that can swim for longer than 2 hours. It's a very easy automated technology to use, has a very wide range of concentrations compared to other technologies. And so on to the next slide, please. At this point, we're really interested to be introduced or to speak to distributors of veterinary equipment whose vets can maybe use this technology on the farm to help producers. We're also interested in speaking to veterinary cooperatives, also dairy cooperatives who are really keen to meet their sustainability goals by improving conception rates. Can speak to breed associations and genetics companies, but then also on the other side of things, we have started working with biotechnology partners who are maybe able to identify contamination in feedstock or characterize other types of microorganisms such as yeast and algae. So I'd be really interested to hear if people see that there's another opportunity for this technology in biotech space. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. Because you still have a little bit of time, do you want to explain better how it's possible to do this testing? Probably could be interesting to
Okay, so simply you just take a sample and you just load it into one of those glass slides. Maybe we can go back a few slides.
Yeah.
And I can,
yeah.
So where we can see, okay, so this one's fine. Oh, well, any of these will do. So you can see where my co-founder Vincent's finger is pointing. That's essentially a sample holder. So you can pull that out, put the sample slide in, push it in, and then it maintains the temperature of the sample at body temperature, but we can make other Dynoscans that are maybe held at different temperatures if that's important for a user. We've got two different magnifications, which is that silver slider, and there's a little focus control. So it's very easy to use. Everything else is done by the laptop. We also collect there's a proprietary algorithm in the cloud that's analyzing data. So we're also collecting data over time. So we're really able to get a good understanding of the range for different types of samples and breeds and that sort of thing.
Okay, thank you very much for the explanation. I think it's quite easy to use. Is anybody of the attendees having any question? I cannot see the chat, so if you are posting anything in the chat, I'm sorry, I'm not able to see it. But if you're having any question, feel free to unmute yourself. No? Okay.
How many of these have you got in the field at the moment?
Sorry?
How many of these have you got like on farm / in the field at the moment?
Yeah, so we've got about 40 out in the field, and around a good majority of those are paying customers, and then a few of them are trials by key opinion leaders.
Impressive.
Hello, everybody. In which country?
So actually they're being sold in 11, well, they've been sold into 11 countries around the world. But we're very much conscious that we haven't sold many into Europe yet. So we're really keen, as part of the reason we're on this program, is to really increase interest in our activities and links and partnerships in Europe.